lead your flock. Lord, open the eyes of the sheep that they mock. I pray in your strength and we in solidarity. Thank God for the life that He gave me. So all you who doubting and losing faith, time to congregate and no time to separate. I call in all the prayer warriors in the country. Come forth, Trinbago need we. Cause I say Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Trinbago need a blessing. Amen. Trinidad need a blessing. Tobago need a blessing. Trinbago need a blessing. Amen. With you we walking.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. All praise is due to the Almighty Creator. We thank Him for life. Good morning to all those out and about. I saw some of those corporation workers this morning. Hey, blessings to all of you all cleaning up after the many activities that are taking place across Trinidad and Tobago. Absolutely essential. And I saw the early morning garbage trucks coming into my lane as well. Back to back, they seem coordinated. One going up the hill, one staying a little bit lower down. Right, that's what we need. We need that level of organization and sophistication in what we do. Do what you are tasked with, what you are employed to do, with pride. Try to do the best that you can. Take that pride in, hey, all you know, this is my area, around St. James, whatever, this is the district that I clean. You can see how it is always be clean, no matter what. And I make sure and come out early in the morning. We finish our task so that when people hit the road, they see Trinidad, they see a community that is clean. Take pride. And I'm just using that example of one of many examples of the pride that we should take in what we do. I continually repeat, and people love to talk money, but it is not about money. Yes, we need it to live right in the system, and that is the trick of the system as well. You need it, so you run it behind it and you're chasing it. But if you chase hard work, if you work with pride, if you chase a good attitude, if you educate yourself as to whatever you are doing and do it to the best of your ability and improve as well, then money will come. Trust me, money will come. That is not the measure of a society, and unfortunately, we have strayed too much into thinking that is the measure of a man, a woman. Morality matters. Attitude matters. So let us recalibrate. Let's recalibrate in our minds our direction. Let us start giving value to people based on those measures. The type of person that you are. How good you are. And how good you make people feel with that goodness. So let's continue to work with that level of pride. And make the call in your communities, make the call in your places of work as well. Let us do better to lift Trinidad and Tobago in the challenging time that we have. Let me head into the news. Of course, we gave Trinidad a blessing, and you all can feel free to give Trinidad a blessing this morning as well, or anytime. 342-008-146-65391. The Calypso Monarch for children, the Kids Calypso Monarch, I believe it's Calypso. Role Models was the name of the song, and I heard a bit of an excerpt from that song. I'll try to find it. The children always bring it proper. The children are more an example for our society than the adults. Because at least they operate within a framework of what is acceptable. It is as though people say to you, you're a big man, you're a big woman, you could do what you want. I don't know that that is so. As a big man and a big woman, you should be curtailed by your ability to think. Oh boy, you know that one. People's ability to think has a issue there. You should be governed by the ability now to do what is right because of your period of growth. It seems to be the opposite. But the children who are governed by a certain level of expectation, they always bring their music in a certain standard. Think about it. Imagine that. When you're big, you get dotish. When you're big, you feel you could do what you want. When you're big, the boundaries change. And we've been speaking about boundaries, especially public boundaries. No, it's not a problem what you want to do in the privacy of your home. Especially when it comes to certain aspects of your life. Nobody in intervening there. Nobody in even complain. Nobody want to know. Keep it to yourself. But what we put out into the public domain, that is an issue. So the wonderful music that the children create and sing, I think the winner was, he sang about role models, and I just heard two lines, 2 or 3 lines in the song, and I was like, yeah boy, top stuff. Obviously encouraging us as adults. Don't try to just tell the children what to do, but exemplify it in our actions. And I feel a little level of pride, but I feel a huge level of responsibility when I walk through, this one stuck with me, the Emancipation Village, and our father said to his son, he is a good example, he's a good role model. You must follow him and look at him, pointing to me, and I was like, me? Whew. But you must embrace it. It does not mean that we are perfect, but we must strive to do our best. And we must not revel in our shortcomings or in our wrongdoings. We mustn't publicize our shortcomings or our mistakes or the wrong that we may incline towards or we may be weak towards. It's simple. And likewise, we don't criticize someone who adds a certain level of conversation to the public space by saying, you can't talk, you're not perfect, you this, you that. Take the message. Take the message and understand what is being said. But we just, in this society, we just want to do whatever we feel to do. And feelings are dangerous things. Because your feelings could be manipulated. Your ideas can be manipulated. As human creation, we have base desires that, we conceptualize the devil could appeal to. Of course, somewhere inside our human nature, we are attracted to certain things. We may be, if you want to call it, weak to certain things. But you have to now develop the strength and discipline. Or else that that avenue, that gate, that door, the devil, using that example and that broad spectrum of evil, will beat you there. A chain is as strong as its weakest link. Wherever you could get in, break in. So I feel Terry when she sing, "Move, Satan, move, let me pass." I felt her. Let us stop leaving these broad open gaps. Sometimes it's based on our insecurities. It's based on our lack of social and moral development. We give way, and he pulls us. You like how that look, eh? You like how that woman look, eh? You like how look how she done. You like come, or vice versa. Women are now weak to vanity. As a man has some money and there's some skillful men, they just wash over gold, rent a car for the weekend, look a certain way, and bag you up and lower you to indecency. Catch you on the hook. And like somebody I know, you say, well, you know, you had to get through quick because sooner or later she go realize you're broken, you know. You had to throw a little bait, but remember, it's pressure, so you had to be dabbling the bait. You had to, you know, all you have a fish. For what? It's the messed up mentality we operating on. Good morning, welcome.
My name is Sophia.
Good morning, my brother. How are you doing?
Well, your Kenyan partner is quiet and regular.
All right.
This is why I want to support the the caller who requested you get some more time in the air. Because Mr. Fuad, I am becoming more impressed as I continue to listen the words that come out of your mouth. I continue to listen where your priority is. Because you continue to hit the nail on the head. We parents, I continue, since I am speaking in the airwaves, that is my issue. That is my subject. We parents. And like you rightfully said, that calypso by that young person that speak about parenting.
Role models.
Role models.
Same thing. Your mother and your father should be a role model to you. If your children ain't looking at you and saying, I want to be like you, daddy, or like you, mommy.
Yes.
You have some problems. Check yourself.
I thought that person is speaking. I thought that person should get a crown this year. I thought that person should get a crown this year himself. Well.
Yeah, but he did that. I think he or she, boy, the person won. That young person won the competition. Yeah.
More than that, boy. Ah, boy, oh boy. What more can I say but just listening to you and listen for the rest of callers and whatever question? Because I see parent delinquency, not children delinquency.
Yeah.
Our behavior, how we speak, how we walk, how we dress. What shall our parents carrying a child to school? What shall the parents skirt or dress? What shall the child's skirt or dress? Mr. Ford, look, I could go on and on and on.
Yeah.
But let me allow you because I know your time coming. We're going on a late break.
Yeah.
All right?
Thank you very much, my brother.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. And just time didn't permit for me to listen to all of the young people sing their calypsos. But I am sure all of them, because of the standard that is set for the children. You see the standard set for the children, and the adults have no standard. The standard set for the children. I mean, the Calypso have a certain standard. If you come with stupidness as well, you might get left out very early. And of course, it's an adult audience, so sometimes you have the double meanings and the fun and the laughter as well. Who ain't love as Andoli? But we could do much better. And I'm watching is a young lady. I can't play the song at the moment, right? But I will check it, and you all check it, look at it. And I keep this call that our young Calypso monarchs and our even senior Calypso monarchs, because most times their songs are full of meaning as well, should tour our schools. Should become the icons, and our children should gravitate towards that genre of positive music. Let it uplift them. All right, we take the break, and we'll be right back.
9 FM.
Boy, I got in an accident a while ago. I was in traffic and my car get bounced from behind.
Well, then they're wrong.
Yeah.
Well, the insurance company go fix it up.
Fix up? Huh? I make my claim the next day. And up to now, I can't hear from the insurance company. I need my car fixed.
Look, you better go to the Financial Services Ombudsman. I'm sure they can help.
Yeah, I'm going to check them now.
To resolve a complaint with your insurance company, bank, or non-bank financial institution, contact the Office of the Financial Services Ombudsman at 800-4FSO or visit www.ofso.org.tt. We can help, and our services are free.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268. Calling all mass lovers, the ultimate carnival experience is here. The world-renowned Senior Parade of Bands. On Carnival Monday from 11 a.m. and Carnival Tuesday from 8 a.m. Watch thousands of masqueraders revel in color, energy, and glory across the big stage. The Queen's Park Savannah will come alive with the passion of our people and the rhythm of our culture. Grandstand general seating, $150 for access on both days. North Stand free on Monday and just $50 on Tuesday. Available at the Grandstand ticket booth, online at islandetickets.com and the NCC office, Victoria Square, Port of Spain. For more info, find us on Instagram at ttcarnival365.com or call 622-1670. Senior Parade of Bands 2026, presented by the NCC, supported by Mackeson, Dasani, Forest Park, Coca-Cola, Kaleidoscope, and Caribbean Airlines.
It's a whole lot of flavor wrapped up in a twist. Some of them try to rap, but they don't rap like this. With crispy KFC tenders and lettuce and carrots and shredded tortilla embedded, perfect wherever you headed. Dripping with that creamy mayo and that mambo sauce. Let me tell them one more time to get my point across. It's a craveable, crunchable, movable, functional, flavorful meal that your taste buds must endorse. KFC crunch twist, crunch twist. None of them, they don't make it like this.
Introducing KFC's Crunch Twist, a flavorful wrap with a delicious difference for just $29.95. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Let we link up and fet with Flow. Sign up for any link up plan today and you could win 2 tickets to one of Tobago's hottest events. Plus, you guaranteed free installation. Get the fiber internet hookup you have been wanting and the night out you deserve when you sign up for any of our amazing link up plans. Sign up in store today or visit online at discoverflow.co for more info. Promotion ends February 17th. Flow, we keep your carnival rhythm flowing.
It's the last lap at the Review Tent this Wednesday, 11th February at 8 p.m. with Ladies Night. 2 persons on 1 ticket. Admission $350. Then this Thursday, 12th and Friday, 13th February at 8 p.m. It's the Calypso Review Tent pre-Valentine's Night shows. Admission $200 with Sugar Aloes, Pink Panther, Skatey, Devon Steele, Singing Sonia, Michelle Henry, Mighty Diamond, Saint Nick, Nicole Graves, Mace, JD, Fire Tender, Sasha and Moses, Tempo, Nisa, Alana Sinette, Wakaman, Organizer from Barbados, Mighty Gabby, your MCs, Marcus Batiste, Tommy Joseph, and the Chairman. Tickets at the Review 10 box office, SWWTU Hall. This is your opportunity to experience the Calypso Review Tent for 2026 with lots of giveaways, including a barbecue grill. For info, call 797-5850. This is what Calypso is all about.
The tradition, the detail, the dedication. This carnival, the Masters of Mass take center stage at the Senior Conventional Individuals Competition, where artistry meets imagination and every costume is handcrafted to perfection, telling powerful stories through color, texture, and movement. Join us at Victoria Square, Port of Spain on Thursday, 12 February from 7 p.m. Experience the magic of conventional mass. Bring the family and witness the spectacle. It's free to all. For more information, follow ttcarnival365.com on Instagram or call 622-1670. The Senior Conventional Individuals Competition, presented by the NCC, supported by Mackeson, Dasani, Forest Park, Coca-Cola, Kaleidoscope, and Caribbean Airlines.
Tobago. It's Carnival. The vibe. The event space, formerly known as Shade, Fordham Court, Tobago, says, let's celebrate Carnival. Bring your coolers every Friday and Saturday, starting from Friday the 30th of January till Carnival week, and pay $50 at the door with your cooler all night. No ice, no chaser allowed. Top DJ and artists passing through every Friday and Saturday. To pre-book your cabanas, call 369-6414 and 394-3612 or email IWERMG@gmail.com. And this promotion is going on until Easter. Gates open at 9 p.m. It's rum. It's bacchanal. Bring your coolers and come.
Been down this road before. All that left is rum and bacchanal. This is Carnival.
Blessings in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You are invited to listen to the Final Hour broadcast, heard every Monday
from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning on the Street 919 FM.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the Word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444. The church is located at 26 Prince Street in Port of Spain. We look forward to you joining us. God bless you.
As my life I lay it on the altar, as my life.
The Lion Brand always had a plan, giving great taste all across the land. Pylori, fry, bake, roti, and double stew, made with great taste just for me and you. All through the year and all season, the Lion Brand is the reason. When the Lion Brand in the kitchen, we know to mix and move, we're gonna mix and move.
This carnival season, mix and move with the Lion Brand of products, the power behind our great taste traditions.
With the Lion Brand.
What are you doing? Crunchnival at KFC is so special to all. What are you doing?
Do what you want with the crunch, don't fight it. KFC, Carnival, when you bite it. Flavor, thicker, like rocket. It's a Crunchnival with the baddest bucket.
The Crunch calling with our baddest bucket. That's 7 pieces of chicken for only $99. And for just $25 more, get 4 additional sides. Or crunch into Carnival with a super deal and get 1 piece of chicken, 1 regular side, a biscuit, and a large drink for only $29.95.
When the taste moves your waist, you know it's Crunchnival at KFC.
This carnival season. Come hungry and leave in love. Welcome to Flavor, a carnival culinary experience like no other. Every evening, the Queen's Park Savannah transforms into a vibrant village of food, culture, and celebration. Taste the best of Trinidad and Tobago with local street food, gourmet chefs, live cooking demos, cultural performances, and family-friendly experiences, all in one place. Join us at Flavor Village, Queen's Park Savannah, every day from 4 p.m. TNT, you will love this.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
And we are back. Carnival season moving fast. You better believe that. And KFC making sure you never miss a step. Crunch into Carnival with a super deal from KFC. 1 piece of chicken, large fries, and a large drink for just $29.95. Yes, $29.95. That is quick fuel. That is easy vibes. That is food you could grab and go. On the move, between limes, heading rehearsal, work, or straight to the road, this deal ready when you ready. So when hunger tap your shoulder, don't slow down. Crunch into Carnival with KFC's super deal. Only $29.95. KFC is Crunchyval. And I just went across to the news and was browsing some of that which is contained in our dailies. Of course, I found the young lady, our Junior Calypso monarch. Her name is Janaya. If you see the little piece of child, she's smally and with her mother celebrating. Beautiful picture there. And I'm sure they are extremely pleased and ecstatic from... Oh, she also copped the San Fernando Junior Calypso Monarch title as well. So she was on the direction to success and greatness. 11-year-old Janaya Clark is this year's National Junior Calypso Monarch winner. Congratulations to you. She lifted the title following a spirited performance of her song, Role Models, at the Queen's Park Savannah, Port of Spain yesterday. In the song, the homeschool student, all right, that's cool, called on leaders to set better examples for young people. Understand the level of sacrifice that her parents are making to homeschool her, to help her to produce music as well, this calypso, and to perform it as well. So, in the song, the homeschool student called on leaders to set better examples for young people. So where are our leaders today? And this is an excerpt from the song. So where are our leaders today when the young ones looking for a role model? Who could tell me how to walk when I see you walking crooked and looking shaky? You want to tell me how to talk when I say in Parliament you go cuss somebody. Alright, and we can get the message there from young Janaya Janaya Clark. And obviously, we have to point and look to her parents as well. Because on stage is her mother, I believe. And I'm saying I believe because I see in the nose and the cheeks, right? And the warm embrace as well. Her supporter, probably managing, assisting, maybe even writing, etc. When you see a product, you see that which has produced it. The apple don't fall far from the tree. You make an effort to raise your children, not to just drag them up, not for them to just get big, but to mold them into proper human beings. Her performance in position number 13 was enough to secure the prize, right? It have the prize money there, but I find that not really necessary. It's not about that. Certainly not even for children. It may be an encouragement. It may be a additional incentive. You could put it away to fund your education, tertiary if you want, or reinvest it in the production of music, etc. But I ain't find that so important, right? But it is important to reward, obviously, the figure I'm saying. Last week, the young performer, who is no stranger to the big stage, also copped the San Fernando Junior Calypso Monarch title. Yesterday, however, she admitted she was nervous and unsure she would deny the other contenders of the title. Before performing, and they're quoting her, "I was nervous, but on stage everything was good. No, I did not think I could win because anything could happen," she said afterwards. And we can get the gist of this exceptional young lady. Of course, there would be a number of other contenders who produced brilliant calypsos as children as well. Last year's monarch, Zayden Darius of Savonetta Primary School as well. Tremendous young man. Did so exceptional. And we have to celebrate all of these young children who are making this effort to tell our stories, to educate, to guide, to reinforce positive morals in our society, right? So congratulations and thanks to our children and their parents or guardians. You know, blessings to you all. A child cannot on their own do something like this, compete, produce music without that support. Those heights of exceptional performance are not chance. It is concerted effort, it is discipline, it is sacrifice, it is training. And as my partner, or let's say he's my PNM partner, I know what I mean, but my PNM partner earlier, right? For wherever that label is with, my brother, this says, and I try to speak properly as well. I have this with my children. When you're with me, speak properly, because with everybody else, they're speaking broken English. And I want them to learn both languages. We have 2 languages in Trinidad. We have Trini and we have English. I want them to learn English as well. So, as my brother says, my PNM partner, parenting. Make that sacrifice. Give up the party a little bit now. Miss one now. Pardon now. Focus. Use your energy for the upliftment of the children, please. It is your responsibility. Take your responsibility also seriously. You brought them into the world as well. There is so much pleasure to be gained in that effort with them as well. Instead of you are chasing whatever supposed pleasure all over the place. You're chasing attention, and your sons and your daughters looking at you, wanting to have that interaction with you, to give you a certain level of attention too, and wanting back that love and attention, and you chasing that all over the place. And you're chasing ghosts as well, because that love you looking for, whatever attention you looking for, most times isn't genuine. And you're going to be fooled. And maybe end up with another responsibility that you don't seem to want, or don't even accept after it already exists. Stop behaving like children. Adults should not behave like children. Boy, and I am tempted to encourage us to behave like some of these children, like Zayden and Miss Clark, young Miss Clark. What's her first name? Janaya. Because we even behaving like children, adults. We behaving like bad children. We want it and we want it and we want it now, and we have to have it now or else. All we studying is play. You know them children who all they want to do is play? Come on. Come on, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning.
Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Wa alaikum salam, my brother. Peace and blessings to you and all the listeners as well.
Well, you remember when I did tell you your program short, you hear a gentleman call you and he really tell you the message you're really sending, boys, where we need. And if you check the message where the Calypsonians, some of the Calypsonians, really praying for this place and begging for God to stay with me.
Yeah.
Boy, for Satan controlling the media, he controlling all these computer, all these things.
He controlling all them entertainers. He controlling with money, and they like money. So put on a skimpy thing, sing stupidness, and you'll get money.
My brother, all I had to say this morning, because yesterday morning I get criticism when I talk about this dolly thing should be, this sex doll thing should be private. Because when we check it out in these days, I tell you, not in your time, but in my time, I did swear to all God, aeroplane used to bring baby. Because when an aeroplane passing, we used to run out and ball aeroplane bring a baby for we. But partner, between me and you, people had more conscious about sex and all these kind of things. A man telling me yesterday after I called him that sex on the radio, sex on the TV, this and that and that and that. And he only in watching at way how we going. Is Satan how we going certain road, you know?
Yeah.
Jobs, guns, this. Have a blessed day, brother.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, Satan move, Satan let me pass. It is Satan is the satanic system that we follow. Greed, debauchery, vile, disrespectful. We are disrespectful. We disrespect ourselves, and then we disrespect others. We in a mess, and we don't want to admit. The first step to changing is to admit. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, my brother.
Hey, blessings. Always good to hear from you, man. Welcome.
Yeah, man, Mr. Tabaka. Same here. Mr. Tabaka, hoping you could shed some light on something for me this morning. I saw in the news last night that the Minister of National Security together with the Commissioner of Police, right? They are going to join or work together to investigate the shooting of a police officer, I believe was somewhere in Chinapuna 2 nights ago. I want to know if the Minister of National Security have the power to investigate. If that is part of his role as a Minister of National Security, or if his role is to make sure that the security forces in our country are supplied with the necessary needs that they need. For example, the police officer to make sure that they have the cars and whatever to fight crime. Could Mr. Abubakar, could the Minister of National Security get involved in an investigation involving a shooting of a police officer or anybody of uniform? This is my question this morning. Because if that is the case, why can't he get involved and work with the Commissioner of Police and investigate the shooting of the guy whose hand was out of the car, which there is an outcry in Trinidad and Tobago. But now that a police officer was shot, you are seeing now where he is joining with the Commissioner of Police to investigate the shooting of the officer. So I want to know if he has that power, if that is part of his jurisdiction to investigate, if that was part of his portfolio. Have a blessed day, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll go across to that story. I'm not 100% of where the lines are drawn for a Minister of National Security. Obviously, he has a different role to the Commissioner of Police, but they also interact on certain levels as well. I'll take a look at that, right? I don't even want to politicize the issue too much in terms of our morality and the direction that we have allowed Carnival to go in, and the continual erosion into a sexually charged Monday and Tuesday in particular, and even other aspects as well. The objectification of our women, right? The misleading of our women into a certain level of nudity and behavior that is not becoming, obviously, even our men as well. Some of those who call themselves men, now Trinidadian men have a conservatism about them with short pants, but even that going in a different direction as well, shamefully. And there's some who putting on their jockey shorts, whatever little thing, shamefully. In my opinion, again, I also qualify it as well, because something wrong with some of what we think. And the base that we used to work with, I don't know, like the base gone. And yes, it is not just now. And yes, as one of the callers is saying, that gambling on a Sunday as well. And I heard that topic being discussed, and I touched on it a little bit. We spoke about how gambling, the negative impact that it has. Of course, the industry has been taxed even further, these roulette machines. But it is not just about the state getting money from it. It is about also discouraging it to a certain extent. It is about now setting up the support for people who become addicts. Serious problem, gambling, you know, and gambling addiction. Serious problem, alcohol and alcohol addiction or abuse. Serious problems that cost us as a society. Move, Satan, move, let me pass. And all the Archbishop is saying, people going so far to try and say the church this and this. It's not about that. Understand the man point and the man context. Nobody could talk to you, right? Nobody is perfect, no human being. So nobody can talk to all here. That's the base argument that some people come with. We don't want nobody to talk to we. So because you are not perfect, don't talk. Such ignorance, and therefore we never benefit from a little admonition. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Ford.
Morning.
Mr. Ford,
I know the Archbishop also, I listen to him, but I don't think that the government should put themselves in that. Because the same thing, when they get there and they talk about regulation, the very same people, they are the people who want to come back and say that they want the dictatorship, they want aristocrat or autocrat, and they want to control that, and they take the freedom and all. Let the people, let the different stakeholders come together and resolve their problems, come have a conversation.
Yeah.
As how they go, leave it to them. You don't get into that.
Yeah.
Right? I'm telling these people that sometimes they head hard, you know. And I listen to this thing with the role of the Minister of National Security is clearly defined. And I am saying that he ought not to interfere with any sort of investigation, whether by the PCA. Let the PCA, the bodies that are charged with that responsibility, to carry out the investigation. Right?
Empower them legislatively and otherwise, tools and staffing, empower them so that they can do their job better.
That is that let the people carry out the function independently, impartially and professionally.
Yeah.
You are not to interfere with the work or the duties of those bodies. Those bodies are independent. Stay out, away from that. Your responsibility, as far as somebody outlined some time ago, with this question of policy, resources, and whatnot. Yes, there's going to be some interaction at some point, but you do not become involved in that. You're going down. I thought we moved away from that.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that he has.
Away from that.
I'm not sure.
Let the police commissioner do his work.
Yeah.
Let him come out. In fact, the business with Shagaramas, with respect to those people, that whole scenario down there. Who is the police commissioner in charge of operation? Let the assistant commissioner come and say what his findings were and what is. Let her be transparent. You don't usurp or encroach on that on her responsibility. Let these people function. Keep the politics out of it. And I'm saying it, you're going down the road there, when you say that get blows, you get blows. You know. And I tell you, there comes a time, and history would tell you that, when you activists, when you influencers, they get tired, they get weary, because they can't take on people lighting fire for them to out. They can't out no more, and you stand alone.
Yeah.
Get all your acts together. Get it together. And I don't know the minister of I told them already, this man needs help. He needs an assistant, he needs an advisor. He's going to land you people in real problems. I sympathize with him to a large extent because he didn't come out in the political realm. Right? He probably don't even understand politics. But the fact remains is that if he's lacking in whatever way, he can grow, he can develop if he wants to. If he's willing to do that, if somebody's not willing to change and he believes that he's still in the police service and he must be part of the police service, but something has to give. But the fact remains is that he must understand that he is no longer a police officer. He must understand his ministerial role. And let the police commissioner come out. They should have a press conference. That police commissioner, the police should have a press conference outlining what took place at Shagaramas and how they let people know whether it's a managerial problem or not. Let them know. Let the population know that. I haven't heard from him. I haven't heard from the assistant commissioner, but you taking up the role of assistant of police commissioner assistant. That can be. That can work. And I'm saying, and I'm telling this government, I haven't seen any indication that we are going to move in terms of reform and transformation. I don't know if that is the way they're moving. I don't see the police transforming, you know.
Nah.
I see the 5 years will come and remain right where we are.
Nah. I don't even want to entertain that thought.
No, well, what I'm seeing, I'm not seeing signs of any change. Nah. You must see a little inclination. You must see a little movement. I ain't seen that.
You know what will happen if we fail to change? Well, wait Trinidad and see, because if you leave it as it exists, it is going to explode like it exploded before. Because people will not allow themselves to be abused and killed in a system that facilitates for that. And it's not me, you know. It's not you, Mr. West. None of we could stop it, you know.
Trust and confidence. When you have a breakdown of trust and confidence in the police, you have a lot of ramifications that flow from it, and that is one of the things you alluded to.
Yeah.
Because what you open up the way for people for what you call vigilante, because people are not trusting the police. People, and then it moves on to even the government. They know this, so I'm saying that they need to get that under control.
Yeah.
Get these things under control. Look at it internationally. Another thing I'm talking about, I don't take too much of your time. The Archbishop comment. I don't want to get into that really, as I said. But in his speech, I heard him, he spoke about, and I don't know if people picked it up. He said it's the same people who own this, they take over some mass people, they're in charge of Tobago. Everything in this country, greed, and the question of monopoly, you see it in the drugs, the pharmaceutical, you see it in all aspects. They take over Carnival too.
You might see it in the next drugs too. The illegal. You say drugs at first, but yes, the pharmaceuticals. You see it in the mass. You see it in the products.
The whole thing, and
yes.
when you control these things, you direct. You're able to chart the direction or influence the direction in which things go.
Yeah.
So if they control that, they tell you where the society has to go. And I'm saying that if you normalize that, you see school children going with them the same because the school children already in the loose. Somebody call them hyena in the jungle. One jump up and say it's PNM children and all that kind of thing. They're on the loose. And I'm saying that you have to hold back. I mean, you know, there's certain things you need freedom and whatnot. People need their freedom and whatnot. But it has to be, that freedom has to be controlled. They're not have no absolute full freedom, right?
Yeah.
There are limitations to those rights. But people have to act responsibly. And it needs a conversation. And those people, those mass people have to come together with the church, those stakeholders, and try to resolve that. But I beg this government, sometimes they don't listen, don't get into that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right? But they are involved as well to a certain extent in their funding. They are involved in their permissions that they apply for these individuals to be able to make a tremendous amount of money out of these this season as well, and therefore based on public direction they can curb some of the benefits, the financial benefits that we give to these people who lead us. But where are they leading us? And of course, as leaders, we have a responsibility to give some type of moral guidance as well. We must be role models. So we have fallen short at some points. The Prime Minister has just added a little to what is being asked of her, because obviously the news, the public is asking through the press, etc., what is your position on the Archbishop's comments, etc. And all she has said is that revelers should not do anything to embarrass themselves or their families during the carnival season. Let us reignite what shame means. It is as though in Trinidad and Tobago, we have no shame. You're doing whatever thing that is not so correct or great in your mind, and that has a negative impact, sometimes encouraging the younger children, etc. Have some shame. Everybody wants to come out the closet. There's some good in staying in the closet. There's an extra evil from publicizing something that is wrong. There's an extra evil because you encourage others. You normalize it. You set it as a standard that is somewhat acceptable publicly. And that degenerates your society. So you're doing your little nastiness, you're doing whatever, and I'm not speaking specifically of this. do it in a manner with some shame, some respect for yourself, even while you're disrespecting yourself. I meet some women sometimes and they say, oh gosh, I'm sorry for you to see me looking like this. Because they're in a mess. That is a healthy shame. And it may lead to you curbing that behavior in the future. Because we can enjoy ourselves without the over-sexualization or the objectification of women. We can enjoy ourselves without the level of nudity and lewdness. You could sing your most beautiful song about whatever, put it in a fashion that is classy enough to cover it for the young children, at least the youngest of them, who wouldn't understand the double meaning. Don't bring it back in pieces. It's the only one I have. You could express yourself in an adult fashion, in a manner in which still breeds a level of respect for the wider society and the understanding that, you know, their children, their this and these issues, these topics may be sensitive. I speak about topics on a morning, and it is in my mind an understanding that a parent may be listening with their children while dropping them to school. So we choose our language, we choose what we say, how we describe in a certain manner. We desperately need to speak to our children about these issues because some of them are aware and they're aware but they don't understand. And just protecting them alone, as in keeping them away, has a merit in it. You protect them for that which they cannot understand and make good decisions around until they're old enough, and then you educate them on it. But we have to educate them. Because the pull, you're young and you have hormones and whatever, and it is appealing to your nature, your weaker nature, before you can manage yourself with discipline and a strong mind. We are not highlighting the positive of dressing in a manner that is respectful to yourself, that does not invite eyes to you. Some women, the way they dress, they invite your eyes to them. Is so much attention you want. And it's not positive attention. I'm not looking at you because you seem to be intelligent or pious or something. I'm looking at you because that is the male part, all your iron exposed as handily. All your, what to describe? All your, everything exposed. It's become so shocking. Sometimes it's more shock than appeal. You're like, jeez. And you bombard your society and you bombard men. And men in this craze. Just in a craze. Just so much, you're going to a all-inclusive and all the food free. So you're just eating, filling up your belly and just... Good morning, brother. Welcome.
Hi, good morning. Morning.
Morning.
Boy, I stay away for a while because I want whenever I'm making a comment to be objective and be fair. And I hear in these comments people making about people carnival time and the lewdness and whatnot. But for if people have a problem with it, why put yourself in it? Don't watch nothing on TV. Don't go in town for carnival. Keep your children away and all of that. It's 2 days a reverie. Everybody know every year Only talking about the same thing over and over and over. What do you think bringing tourists to this country for carnival?
Not that.
Right?
Not that.
But that is a part, not that alone, but that is a part
well,
of that.
Well, if people come in here to see naked woman and to jam upon them, if that what they come in for, like that is where you buying a ticket and flying to Trinidad, better than people stay where they was. We ain't really want them kind of people here.
That is what I like. The oldest people having problem with it. The people were talking about it, like them old fossils and all these things.
No, I don't agree with that. I believe that no. There are positive, beautiful aspects to our culture that people come to Trinidad for. And if we keep selling only one base thing, we missing up we failing to market the better, more wholesome products, and to what cost? To what cost?
Right.
Societal cost.
I ain't going down the road with you with that because
no problem.
That's what I really
yeah.
And that's not why I really called. Why I called to say this morning is we have to watch out for Ash Wednesday. But while we whining and carrying on for Carnival, we have to watch out on where the government coming with Ash Wednesday. That is my thing right now because I feel that the population were being scammed. We get a scam by some professional scammers, and everything that we voted against is what they're coming and perpetrating on us right now with some more. So I feel that them things all they're talking about, it's all right to talk about it, but I'm looking at the bigger picture. And Trinidad and Tobago, all they don't sleep on this one because Ash Wednesday, let me see what they're coming with because all kind of little stupidness coming up. And this and the hypocrisy, some of the people were talking, like for instance, we have a past commissioner who condemning everything with the police. And, and talking about when he was there and had the shooting in Mova, he suspended about 16 people or whatever. And he talking about this police commissioner and what he should be doing and giving advice and all that. So, but I remember that under his watch, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, 2 men fall off a chair and dead.
Yeah.
I ain't hear nothing come out of that.
The same Mova shooting that is famous and close to what took place with Joshua because it was exposed on camera, right? That happened under his watch. And very early on in the situation, he put his tongue in his cheek like this commissioner and say there was a shootout. Then he had to change it. It had about 4 different narratives as the recording came out. So, I mean, and he was one that pushed this policy of 1 shot, 1 kill. Standing over the body of individuals shot by police and dead in the hospital and posting it.
Right.
So, I mean, really has nothing to stand on, but he looking for a walk. He looking for a walk.
What about, what about Dong Silat, when they went Dong Silat?
Yeah.
They never had no shootout, but they came with body bags, so they had intention. So they came with body bag, they say they had a shootout, but never had no shootout. Dead bodies, duel and all of them dead, and to listen to the hypocrisy now coming out of the mouths of certain people, it's really amazing. But all I want Trinidad and Tobago to do is we have to pay attention because I find this thing looking like it's leading to civil unrest because we don't want PNM again, we don't want UNC right now, and we don't know who to trust. So to me, it's looking like we're going down a road that I don't want to see in Trinidad again. Apparently, they're forgetting 1970, they're forgetting 1990, and now it's modern time. So anytime something happens here again, it wouldn't be like those two. Those two will look like a tea party according to our previous man. So Trinidad and Tobago, keep all your eyes on Ash Wednesday because these scammers working on wheel morning, noon, and night. Right? So just keep your eyes open for Ash Wednesday morning. What they're coming with again for the population. From it, boy, more to say, but little time. Have a blessed day.
Thank you very much for your contribution. And I am also aware of that there are bigger issues that impact more of the lives of all of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, like economics, like crime, like legislation as well, which we need to also focus on. I accept that as well. We in this season, so we're dealing with important issues in terms of our cultural makeup, our societal values, which underpin Trinidad and Tobago as well. So, you know, we are to understand all of these things collectively. What we do within this period also shapes our mindset as we continue throughout the year. The standards that are set influence our women, our men, our children, and their actions throughout the year. Their thoughts and the way they interact with their fellow men and women in the society as well. So let us think, and I'm glad that the conversation exists. Let us think about building a better society, a stronger TNT. We have to think about it. We just don't act based on, the pull of base feelings and what we see, and our carnal instinct drives us. Come on. Good morning.
Good morning, Flat. Good morning.
Morning, Granny. Welcome.
Boy, if you talk, you preach. If you talk, you preach. People don't like good things and they don't like the right. Let me tell you something now. When you go and you make it yourself 2 days on the streets like that, I'm talking about the streets, not your house, not your district, then Ash Wednesday, you go in to ask forgiveness, and you're doing the same thing every year. And you're doing the same thing every year. Tell me, you do a wrong, you ask forgiveness. You will not take every same thing. That's one. I'm not criticizing, but I heard the Archbishop of Port of Spain, the Catholic Archbishop of Port of Spain, say he like carnival. If I have a Hindu priest, or a Muslim priest, or a Christian priest, and they love carnival, they're nobody. A leader, you is not a leader, but you is more than a leader. Because if you like carnival, what could you teach people? It's not a bikini they're wearing, they're naked. Women born through, you could still look at some of them, and let me tell you, the men and them, some of them have no shame. They can see their behaviors in the road, and them women, young girls. What? That cannot happen from granny house, you know.
Yeah.
You have to leave. You have to leave and never come back. You don't want to come back.
Yeah. You have to set up some standards, some level.
If granny had to live alone and she died and come up with she, I just drawing a record. But that cannot happen from granny house. Nothing wrong. But I know. Let me tell you something, Fred. Don't want your children to love you. Don't want your grandchildren to love you too much. Tell them the right thing, so that is where you love them.
Yeah.
You understand?
Not let them do whatever they feel they want to do. Whatever the society, the evil aspect of the society encouraging them to do, you allowing them to do, to destroy themselves.
That's right.
It's problems they're going to bring, you know.
Right. You know why? Because you love them now. So let them do what they want to do. Not in granny house, you know.
Yeah. That's not the right love. That's not the right love. That's not a right expression of love.
Right.
You want the best for people.
In all the UNC constituency, I tell you something. I'm from Beach. And I know all your family is big business people. I stand all of them. Nice people. And what it is they do, what I said they had, or anything, you start from cocoa, working hard, and you know what they do for Christmas time? They feed all their pensioners. Cook and feed vegetarian and all their pensioners when they go for the next pension. You didn't see Carnival Day. You understand?
Right.
They show the children and grandchildren to get up in the morning and morning care. They have, you know, but they're coming out to go in the cocoa run to work together with the workers that they have today. So that is what people have to show the children. I have 6 grandchildren. I don't have a problem with none. Because I will tell, one was here yesterday, he's a doctor. And let me tell you, we are rich, we are middle class, we are beggars, son.
Yeah.
He sold his bag and he sold his shoes to go to do medicine and use his same bag that he was going to school with. Yeah? And what Granny could tell him, use 2 white shirts and 1 pants.
Yeah.
You come home and wash your shirt. You clean your room and you help. Do not get up because you're studying that you cannot do nothing. Teach your children to do work. When I hear people saying, we have nothing to cook for Christmas on the radio station, I want a ham. I have nothing to cook for Christmas. That's a bad. You could plant something in a bucket. Look, Granny ham, took the mental 3 days, all kind of 3 days, Granny. And I know my children and them that die. Everybody wants to come and ask me, good people. I had to plant that. I buy $10 pimento is plenty.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Granny. We're running out of time.
People have to learn to work hard, son.
Yes.
And learn discipline. And let me tell you one thing before I go. No tourists will come to Trinidad to watch Carnival. They just come otherwise. They come to do business and they come otherwise. And who come for Carnival, they just like the people. Thank you, son. Good program.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Just to close off as well, the Archbishop said he likes Carnival, but the better aspects of Carnival that align with his beliefs and his belief structure. So pan, etc., is being the paniards and all those stuff. There's not the nakedness and the whatever, the jam, the bam bam he like, right? I just wanted to qualify that statement. Let us work hard, as Granny said, and let us build a society purposefully towards goodness for all of us. All right, apologies for those who are trying to reach and come into the program. I know the lines were busy. We'll be back tomorrow, God willing. Enjoy Trinidad and Tobago for all of its positivity and goodness. And let us think about it and clean up a bit. Blessings to everyone. Take care.